All right, so we're going to watch the Maisie sneak peeks because I haven't watched them yet, so we're going to learn about this brawler. I'm sure you guys already have seen it, but at this point, I have not because I was too busy editing a video yesterday. So let's get into this. Let's check out what's up with Maisie. Let's learn about her kit, and then I will give some thoughts about her as we go through it all. Alrighty, sound good? Let's get into it. I haven't even started the video yet, but I noticed that her, what do you call this, profile picture here? It looks way more intricate than a lot of other brawlers, just the way she's winking, and I just feel like this is done with a lot more care than others, so that, I mean, that's really cool.
Maisie's main attack is Pressure Rocket. She fires a cloud from her extinguisher that has so much pressure behind it that it acts like a rocket. It starts out moving very slowly, but
Yo, that thing, like, doesn't move at all. It sits in front of her for, like, half a second.
Behind it that it acts like a rocket. It starts out moving very slowly, but the further it travels,
yeah,
the faster it goes.
That's kind of clunky. I feel like
the damage stays the same no matter how close or how far away the target is. Maisie's super.
I feel like that's gonna be tough to use. I feel like that's gonna take a lot of like practice to get used to, because like I said, it kind of sits in front of her for a second and then starts moving. That looks like it's gonna feel weird.
Is Shockwave. She creates a huge blast that sends a shockwave.
I love her super though. Her super looks like so satisfying. Just the area of effect that it does and the fact that it does knockback is great.
Wave around her that deals damage to everything,
and it does pretty decent damage. 1800.
Comes from her, all enemies will be pushed away from her in all directions. Her super does go through walls, so everything within its range.
And it goes through walls. That's good.
All of its damage is dealt at the exact same time, similar to Jackie's main attack. However, there is a big delay between the time you actually let go of the super button and when the shockwave actually happens. Maisie can still move during this delay.
So like I think the most important thing to remember about the super is that there is that wind up delay, right? And like the main thing you're gonna want to use this for, because she's a sniper, but she does have 5400 health, which I just noticed, which is kind of crazy for a sniper. But she obviously doesn't have burst damage, so she doesn't want anyone getting close. So as soon as you see a tank start to approach you, you need to start flashing your super. And if they get into your super range, you drop it. Like, don't even think about it, because the wind up time is so crazy that if you delay and they get on top of you, you're probably gonna die before it gets off.
Maisie's first gadget is Disengage. When Maisie activates this gadget, she dashes a short distance.
So I saw this, and I don't like that it's the opposite direction that you're facing. It feels really weird. Of course, you're going to be able to use it when, like, people are on top of you and stuff, so it's another, like, space maker for her. But the thing about it is that it like, when people get on top of you, you aren't always facing backwards or the way that you want to go. So this could end up, you could be, like, faced somehow like facing towards your spawn, and then when you use it, it could push you towards the middle of the map, and then, like, that's something you got to be like super aware about. Obviously that's like a skill thing, so I'm gonna struggle with it, but for real, like it just seems like it could put you in a bad situation. It's kind of like the same as like the Janet gadget, I guess.
Additionally, any enemy that is near when the gadget goes off will be stunned for half a second.
That is good that it stuns the person that you use it on, so that's pretty cool. I do like that.
Gadget is Finish Them. This gadget instantly reloads one of Maisie's ammo, and her next shot will deal extra damage that depends on how much health the target is missing. So take however much health.
Okay, that's cool. I also like that it's called Finish Them, like Mortal Kombat. That's pretty cool. But that seems pretty good. It's kind of like a combination of what Colette and Colt's first gadget. Like Colette's main attack mechanic, and then Colt's first gadget, and the fact that it like gives her an extra ammo. So it scales better on tanks then. So you're gonna want to at least one tap anybody before you activate this gadget. That way it does a little extra damage.
First star power is Pinpoint Precision. This star power adds 10% damage boost to Maisie's attack if the attack hits the target at max range. I tested to see if her second gadget had 10%.
I hate that. Like, not that I hate that because it's like high skill or whatever. It just, that's Piper's mechanic, where it does an extra damage at max range. That's Piper's mechanic. It's not bad. It's going to be good, and it's going to be tricky to use. That's going to be the higher skill cap one. I don't know what the other star power is, but that feels like the higher skill cap one, because you have to be hitting people at max range. The thing I don't like about it, though, is that if they're anywhere not near max range, so like, you know, max range was like right here. If they're like right here, you're not getting any benefit from it. They have to be hit at max range, which is kind of limited. It's kind of limiting.
Maisie's second star power is Tremors. While this star power is equipped, everything that is hit by Maisie's super will get slowed down for.
That's really good. I do like that. I thought that it should slow to begin with. I didn't say anything because I kind of figured it might be a star power or like a gadget, like next super slows out targets. So this is going to be really good if you can't hit max range shots, because this gives her super a little more utility. It makes it a little harder for assassins and tanks to get on top of her. So between her first gadget and using that, it's going to be very tricky to get near her, because this knocks back and slows, and then the other one is a dash. So like I feel like this is also a very good gadget. I do like that. Or I'm sorry, star power. I do like that both star powers are kind of balanced. Like there's a high skill one, and then there's the general use one. I do like that, because a lot of times with brawlers, it'll be one bad gadget and one good gadget, or one bad star power and one good star power, and it's like, I'm glad, at least with the star powers, they didn't do that here.
First up is the auto aim test. The projectile from Maisie's main attack starts out so slow that she can't even auto aim at Nita from 1 tile away. She literally has to be 0 tiles away in order for her
That's
to
terrible,
auto aim
man.
successfully. That makes her the only brawler in the game that can only auto aim from 0 tiles away and still deal damage. So
you cannot auto aim with this brawler at all. So that means OJ cannot play this brawler. Sad OJ.
Next is the attack range test. Maisie's main
wow, she ranked really low for this, huh?
So she ties with Janet, Dynamite, Gale, and Max for 42nd place.
So she's like towards the second half of the roster in terms of range, which that's kind of frustrating, because like she's gonna get outranged by a lot of the other snipers. You know, when you do that, it's like where do I play this brawler? Because you know she doesn't have burst damage, so you don't want to play her in Brawl Ball. You can play her in Gem Grab because Gem Grab's a universal mode. You don't want to play her in Bounty because you know that people are probably gonna take one of those longer range brawlers, and if you lane against them, you're kind of screwed. You don't have a wall break, so you can't take out walls in case there's throwers. It's like, where's this brawler gonna shine? Maybe Hotzone, because she does have good health, and like Hotzone is generally not the longest range maps, so maybe Hotzone will be fine. I don't think she's gonna do good in Heist, and like I said, Brawl Ball wouldn't be my favorite because she doesn't have burst damage to like save to like kill people when they get up to your goal or whatever. She has a fast unload speed, but you can't auto aim. Think about that, Pasta. You can't just spam your shots because her auto aim is terrible. She can't hit anything that isn't right on top of her. She does have the knockback on her super, so that can save a goal here and there. But outside of that,
test, and she requires 3 hits with her main attack to charge her super, so she doesn't actually spend any time reloading, and her unload speed is actually pretty fast too.
Wait, she charges in 3 shots?
9's the supercharge test, and she requires 3 hits with her main.
I do like that. I like that so you'll basically always have uptime on your super, and then it's not the worst thing in the world if you miss it. Hey, what's up, guys? Editing Jam here. So I realized I never did a true outro yesterday during the stream, so we're gonna do that real quick. I'll finalize my thoughts on Maisie before I've actually played her, and just looking at her kit right now. So let's go through everything that I'm finally thinking about Maisie right now. First off, I think she's gonna be a fairly balanced brawler, but her kit's a little weird because it seems like it's focused on being like a long range brawler, but they didn't give her a like super long range. She has range like Janet, which is decent, but it's not amazing. So it's really weird in my opinion. I say that she wants to be a long range brawler because she's got a lot of pieces in her kit that seem like she's focused on staying away from people more often than not. Like her projectiles move faster at their max range. She's got a star power that does more damage when it lands at her max range. Her super keeps people away and can slow them down depending on what star power you're running. And her gadget can, you know, create space between you and your opponent, and it stuns them. So like everything about her seems like she wants to stay away from people, and she also can't even auto aim. So that's another thing that adds into like her not wanting to be next to people. But then, like I said, they didn't give her a very long range. She's more of like a mid-range brawler in terms of like how far she can actually shoot. So it seems really weird to me that they wouldn't give her like top 20 in range and still have this same kit. But I guess that's one of the things that kind of balances her out. The fact that she can't really auto aim, and the fact that she doesn't have the longest range despite having this kit. But in my opinion, it's still a very weird design choice. It's like you made a sniper brawler that doesn't actually have sniper range. It's just weird. As far as like where you're going to want to play her, I already mentioned this in the video here, but I think she's going to be okay in Gem Grab. In my opinion, Gem Grab's kind of like a universal mode. Most brawlers can go there and do fine there, so like, of course she's going to do okay there. I think Hotzone's going to be another decent map because she's got good HP. She can cover the zone pretty well with her knockback. She can kick people out, and then on top of that, she's got enough range to manage to win lane. Hotzone isn't like the longest range maps in the game, so like, I think she's going to do fine there. I don't think she's going to be good in Heist because she doesn't have a lot of damage on the safe. She might do okay. She might be better than I expect, but I don't think she's going to be like meta defining there. And then Brawl Ball, I think she's going to be relatively bad because Brawl Ball, a lot of like what makes people strong in Brawl Ball is the fact that they can burst people down when they get close to goal. So like when you're trying to defend your goal or when you're trying to burst people down when you get close to your opponent's goal, that's one of the best things that a brawler can have in Brawl Ball, and she doesn't have that. She can't auto aim at all. So I mean, like, her super and her gadget will be okay for making people drop the ball and getting them away from the goal or stopping them from scoring or something like that. But overall, I don't think her kit is really suited for Brawl Ball for the most part. And then as far as Knockout and Bounty, it really depends on the team comp you're playing into. It seems like if you're playing against throwers or actual snipers, something like Brock, Piper, Bell, those types of brawlers, then she's going to struggle because she doesn't have any wall breaks to deal with the throwers, and she doesn't have the range to deal with the snipers. So, like, that's going to be, like, a big counterplay to her. But then if you play, like, more mid-range brawlers like Carl, Penny, Tara, something like that, then she's going to do okay there because she does have the ability to control, like, the middle of the map, which is really important in Knockout and Bounty. And then on top of that, she does have the range to help deal with them. So in Knockout and Bounty, I think it's going to be really dependent on, like, what team comps you're playing into. But overall, I think Maisie's going to be fine. I think she's going to be more map and mode dependent than most people would like, but that's fine. I mean, that's kind of part of being a balanced brawler, right? Let me know what you guys are thinking about Maisie down in the comments. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I might do another react to the Hank sneak peeks. That just came out today, and I don't really have time because I have another video scheduled to record tomorrow with Blizz. Stay tuned for that one. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the react. Let me know what you guys think about Maisie down in the comments. If you enjoyed my rambling and you're not subbed, consider subbing as well. Anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!